Hey grade 7, welcome to another edition of Mr. B Teaches Math. And today what we're going to be looking at is something called stem and leaf plots, which are another way to organize and display data. And so the problem that we're going to be working with today is the students in a gym class were practicing their standing long jump. They jumped the following distances in centimeters. And here's a huge bit of data of all the distances that the students in the gym class jumped. So then, just put that aside for a second. So the question that we're going to be working with is how can we organize the data of different achievement levels? So we're going to organize the data into a stem and leaf plot. Now the definition of a stem and leaf plot is an organization of numerical data into categories based on place values. The digits representing larger values, which are tens and higher, are the stems, and the other digits, which are the ones, are the leaves. Okay? Now what I've done here is I've taken all the data in the chart that I showed you of all the jumps. And so let's say we take 187, which is one of the distances. What you do is you snap the leaf from the stem between, so the ones part always gets snapped off. Okay? So what you're left with is this stem, which is now what looks like 18. So what happens is that all the stems get put in order. The lowest jump is in the 170s, so my stem becomes 17, and the highest jump is in the 230s. So all the numbers, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, or 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, and you write them down in order. Then what you do is you look for all of the numbers starting with the 170s. So here's a 170, here's one, and here's one. Okay? So I've got 172, 173, and 175. Now the way this works is that the ones digit gets written down in the leaves area. So I happen to have these in order from lowest to highest. You don't have to. When you see them, write them down, cross them out, and then they're done. So I have 172, 173, 175. You always break the ones digit off. And if I keep going, 185, 186, 186, 187, 188, 189, 193, 193, 196, 198, and so on and so forth. That's how it works. So that's how that's how you organize data into a stem and leaf plot. All the ones digits go in the leaf area, and then everything bigger than a ones digit, so tens, hundreds, thousands, whatever else, goes in the stems spot. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to get an opportunity. I'll show you how to do this a little bit more. Okay? And in the textbook, you're going to be asked to do things like looking at a stem and leaf plot, calculating mean, median, and mode, and then something called the range. Now, the range is the distance between the highest and lowest numbers. What you do to find the range, and this is important, is you subtract the lowest number in your set of data from the highest number in your set of data. And so that's something that you'll need to do on the practice on 327, but we'll get to that. So what I have here is I'm going to organize a bunch of data into a stem and leaf plot. Okay? And my set of data here, my numbers don't get any lower than in the 20s, and they don't get any higher than in the 60s. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So let's just go through, start looking at some of these bits of information. So I have 37. So I put the 7 there, I cross it out. 27, 60, 45, 39, 36, 28, 47, 33, 45, 44, 25, 52, 29, 25, 38, 30, 43, 30, 35, 27, 25, 45, 30, 46, 44, 45, 43, 56, and 42. So that's a quick way to put a big set of data and organize it into the stem and leaf plot. Okay? And so again, you're going to be putting, not only putting data into stem and leaf plots, but calculating central tendency as well. So, hope you enjoy that. Have a great night.